Hello my friends, welcome to Pro Strings. I'm Henriette and this is the E major scale from the Grade 3 scale book. And in this video you're going to be learning to play the E major scale completely from scratch. So if you've never done it before, you're very welcome to join in. This is a play along video to have your violin and your bow ready and maybe also your scale book. We'll do it together, and by the end of the lesson I'm hoping that you will be able to play comfortably the E major scale, separate bows and slurred. And in my book I'm using page 4, the long tonic section of the scale version. So if you have a look at the start of your scale in your scale book, you can see that there are 4 sharps in this scale, and they are F sharp, C sharp, G sharp and D sharp. And that means that in this scale our third fingers are going to be raised. First of all, the third finger on the D string will be called G sharp, and then also the third finger on the A string will be called D sharp. Now let's play this scale very slowly, shall we? And we're playing every note twice with long bows, and that will just give you time to explore where all the notes are. Will you join me? And top. Lovely job, that's a really good start. Now this time when we play it next, I want you to start warming up your fingers. So when you play the first finger, you want to sort of start to think about the second finger and already move it in the right direction. Then once you've got your second finger on the string, warm up your third finger and move it towards that raised position where your third finger is going to come down on the string. So every time you play one note, you start to prepare to play the next note. Now, you may never have done that before, and that may feel a bit weird at first, but let's give it a go, and let's see if you can manage. And prepare your second finger. Prepare your third finger. Finger. Prepare your third. Prepare your fourth. Prepare your third finger now. Awesome, really good. And I'm hoping that by preparing your fingers before they come down on the string, that your hit rate of playing in tune will improve. So that is the aim of this exercise. Really good. I think most people will find this scale a lot easier than the previous scales in your scale book so far, E flat major and A flat major. For some reason, and it shouldn't be the case, but still it's like a psychological thing, I think most people find playing with sharps easier than playing with flats. So we're going to move straight on to playing it as it's printed. So we're playing it separate bows. We're using a whole bow for every quarter note or crotchet and a half bow for every quaver. And you'll find that when you do that, your quavers will be alternating at the upper half and at the lower half of the bow. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and... Shall we do that again? And... bow with whole bows and half bows, your tone quality will improve. I guarantee you that. That is the key to success in a scale exam, is that you have to have a really well structured bowing. I think now you will know this off by heart as well, at least that's what I'm hoping. Shall we now play it without looking at your notes? You might actually instead look here at the contact point where your bow is in contact with the strings, and let's see if you can play your best sound ever. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and... Well done you, that's coming along very nicely. At this level of your playing, you want to make a habit of always playing to the best of your ability. It's so easy to think, oh, I'll just play that E major scale. But I want you to think, I'm going to play the most beautiful E major scales that I've ever done before. And before we start to slur these notes, let's do that on the final playing of a separate bow scale. Best ever one. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and... Terrific. Let's start slurring now, and when we slur this scale, we play everything with a whole bow. So I want you to aim to stretch your bow arm and make it really long. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and... And now let's play this with a massive crescendo to the top note and... You have made masses of progress in just a short space of time. Really well done. So this E major scale will now start to develop in your head, so come back to it frequently. And what we're going to do now is to see if you've retained your A flat major scale and arpeggio and your E flat major scale and arpeggio. So let me choose a random one for us to try, and let's play an A flat major arpeggio, 3 notes slurred. 1, 2, 3. Let's play an E flat major arpeggio, separate bows. So let's think what your letter names might be. E flat, G, B flat. Here we go. And... Can you now play an A flat major scale slurred? And... And finally, let's play the E major scale separate bows again. Wow, that was different, wasn't it? So we're going to practice also playing these scales and arpeggios in quicker succession. And that is how your scales will be played in your grade exam. So we're preparing towards that goal all the time. If you didn't quite make it today, that's okay. This is difficult stuff, so that's understandable. If you messed up one completely, I would suggest you find that particular video of the one that you find incredibly tricky and just work your way through that again. And you will get better at that, I guarantee you. However, if you managed all of that, then we'll move straight on, and our next video will be the E major arpeggio. So I very much look forward to seeing you in that video. Bye bye.